Let's see it back there. Where's the thingy? The little one over there is just a test, not permanent. Just if I'm going to use something that's a test, I'm going to make sure it's cute. Whew. There are a couple other things that are just as free, but I can't use them for anything except just testing. So,
I knew you would be back. It was never really a choice.
This is a bit more reactive than some of the others. So fortunate. That's working. That's working. That's working. That's working. That's working. That's working. There. I'll load it pretty quick. I don't know if you guys have audio. I can't put anything on my headband. Long sleeves are currently as comfortable as I'm allowing myself to get because any more comfortable on the fall sleeve of this shirt, which would hurt. Seeded animations is this one. Is it board set? Rabbit set? Or some kind of. I am so paying attention right now. Oh no. I think there's a new one. Check this one. Fastest check. Okay, cool. still this, still that, still the other, still maybe when I bring them to talk to then so I can get off my pills back, etc. What? Oh, that funny's good. Still Texas Christmas. But it's cooled down. Tomorrow's 47. Fair enough. I have to turn that stupid green leaf off permanently somehow. I don't remember how to do it. Okay. Well, I'm careful, maybe I'll make enough money eventually to at least temporarily have like an in-game equipment or something, so I can do some of the housing related things. And then if there's an upkeep, ignore it.
Got up in I've been for 48 hours. It's a real nightmare. Don't even have any bouts of... I guess I can describe it as mania. I'm not manic depressive. I'm not manic mania. I've got a lot of other things that are very close look like that. But couple about mania to make you feel like able to be useful in the universe, and then right back to really barely able to do anything except play with my throne, which sounds right. And I love that it sounds right. Yeah, he's already disconnected from the phone that he's not even using to monitor me anyway, so. Because he should be using this one. Because it only wants a virtual camera. It doesn't care which one it is. And yet it still wants that running as like an idiot. That's not how this works. But hey, you know, it's the difference between, that over there is my West device. This is yours, Android. depending on who's done what and how long. Yeah, I get it. Not everything's fun to develop for. And sometimes you'll learn one thing really well, and then you look at its competitor and you go, yeah, no, I'm good. I already know one thing too well. Yeah, no. And for some people, they can't. If they learn a new thing, their brain has basically dropped the first thing and was screwed. Or the company gets sold to an idiot who can't handle any of that, and so they then hire on marketers and financiers who are only interested in how to grief the customer base, and you're back to the six days to 6 month situation, and everybody leaves for the next 6 days to 6 month situation, and the next, and the next. And that is droid camp. So I guess that'd be another thing to add down there. Because again, there are times when a power mirror is great, and I would use that just perfectly fine. Don't have to think about it. Like on iOS, it goes through AirPlay really easily. So probably not going to uninstall it because of that, because the colors are way off though. Like that. That looks like me. That's fine. I can hold my hand up to the screen and go, yep, that's me. When I had the iPhone 12 Pro Max, literally I had to go down because it had dropped, and because on the last day before it was supposed to be swapped, just 5 hours for retirement. Well, it's giving yourself a death flag. Never dropped once. 5 hours before it's going to be traded in, it drops back. Train wreck. Because of one silly little thing like that. Oh, that's not worth anything anymore. So my friend's like, so you like dying devices and whatnot, and hey, you've dropped your own phone and it's older, so I'm like, yeah, but that phone's borrowed. I'm not just going to take out the SIM card and put it in the thing. But I didn't bring that up to her because one, hey, cool, freedom is, because otherwise it's going to a recycling center and worthless. You know, not even able to hand it off to the school and say, hey, I understand some of your students might need, communication devices. Here you go. No. Just, it's trash. As of one, probably $50 to $60, not to mention labor, repair makes a $250 trade-in value 0. So it's mine. I can swap the thing, I suppose, if I ask. If I ask the owner of the iPhone 7, which has dropped again recently, and I actually lost a chunk of glass. I have no idea what planet it's on. It's just a little bit smaller than my pinky fingernail, but still. Where'd it go? Oh, it's just chatting anyway. Oh, that's perfect. I'm just chatting right now anyway. You know, but I mean, that's one of the reasons why one of the items on my throne is an iPhone 7 SE, because that's what I broke. And it'd be nice to be able to go, click, here you go.
Because this is useless.
That's not the point. The point is, I broke it, I replaced it, and I'm giving it back to you, so you can do whatever.
What are you doing with the one I actually bought?
This is going to a recycling center, because where the glass fall out, I've been picking at it. Because I would, if I had a replacement, I would pull all the glass off. Just to see what the substrate layer is like, whether that's taken any damage. And if it's not taking any damage, maybe they just keep it around as a gaming device. But right now, every phone is to some degree a gaming device. The only one that isn't the most powerful phone is the one without a screen. Because they're in black. And all jokes implied, but aside, when you can't see anything, it's a little hard to know where you're tapping. And while I can use a pointing device, that's not very helpful. That's not very helpful. Found that out playing Geeky. Some of the games, you can just, oh hey, get a mouse, plug in, no problem. You get something like, any desk, or a power mirror installed. Well, a power mirror won't let you click. Not without VIP, and probably not without the most recent version, which you can use for 10 minutes before it disconnects. Which, since you can't prove it's any more feature-rich than the previous one that was begging for you to pay VIP constantly, who cares? I mean, I'm loving the resolution, and that's keeping up pretty good. I don't know what the video looks like, but just what I see is pretty good. You got limp wrists. Yes, I'm a swordsman. You get limp wrists when you have a swordsman, which is why people in the past who were a little more associated with, ooh, I like to jerk things, and it stuck. Even though he's a little effeminate fop. That little effeminate fop can cleanse you before you make it into punching range. Are you sure he's a little effeminate fop just because he's got a limp wrist? What do you mean? He has 6 kids and doesn't even kiss his men's. So I'm thinking he isn't a hot dog connoisseur like you think he is. Oh dear God. Yeah, I think he's just fashionably flamboyant. And if he heard you suggesting what team he does or doesn't play for, or sorry, they do or do not play for, you might get skinned alive. But maybe even everywhere on your body except downstairs. That might be completely untouched. And every other aspect of your skin is bleeding profusely. Careful with this stuff. Not everybody's from an edutainment title like Dragon Age Vilgar. Speaking of just chatting, I wonder if you could have a game that's heavy-handed, as heavy-handed in quotes. Some of it's alleged, some of it's not alleged. Some of it's mansplaining from the woke crowd, so that's... Anyway, if you could have an edutainment title that's that heavy-handed and not have anyone complain. Of course, also, if it didn't call itself Dragon Age, that might have done worlds and worlds of benefit for it, but it might not have. As our little Desert Crusader game showed that, oh, okay, you've decided to make a new thing. You've made it so racist and woke, almost as an afterthought, that, you've made awful people, and, you've made awful people. They're racist as hell. Number 4 or 5 is they're woke as hell. They're irredeemable. There's number 3. And 4. Your game also sucks. Then there's the fact that it's too damn low. Wow. Because you could. There is a world out there. There is a reality out there, my friends, where you can have a woke game that doesn't blow chunks. It doesn't yawn and technical all over everyone's face like in fuzz hands. Yes. And, you might have to build it as an edutainment title because you want to educate. And you got to be heavy-handed because you're learning, your audience is learning. Hopefully people just don't edutainment and just set a kid down. Now you have a kid whose primary nickname in school is going to be active shooter. Because everything's going to irk him. Because everyone around them's pulling a barf, but not actually pulling a barf. Anyway, back in Tennessee. Everyone's being so heavy-handed. It's not funny. Just absolutely, completely. So heavy-handed. Why would you try for anything? Why would you try? It's a nightmare. It's just a complete nightmare. So why would you bother? Why would you try? Oh, we want to get our point across. Yes. I get it. You want to get your point across. And you're not sure how to get that across, as unfortunately, being on various spectra, I guess our spectra adjacent since nothing's confirmed. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. With autistic speed. Whoa. I mean, he's autistic. No. This is the information I want to convey. and you need to absorb it immediately. You need it in there so that I can move on, so that we can talk about the next thing. This is my 50,000 page manifesto. Memorize it. You have 4 hours. In fact, you have 3.5 hours. Because I want to talk about it right now. I want to talk about it right now. I want to talk about it right now. That's what I need. Autistic speed. You need to already know that 50,000 page manifesto right now, so that they can build off of that foundation to a bridge to understanding everything else they want to bring up. And that's hard. I mean, I'm babbling like a madman right now because I'm trying to grab that thought, wing it, and know it as a gentle dust that settles on your skin and goes right into your brain. So you know exactly what I'm getting at, exactly where I'm going, how I'm doing at trying to convey the dust versus my words. As much of a writer as I'm always endeavoring to be, and game master and other things, conveying things succinctly. No, you have to already have a 50,000 page manifesto memorized so that you can have a 75% confidence rating that of what I'm saying, and that's only 75%. That's not even 80. That's not even 85. That's not even B work. We're almost into D. I mean, we're almost to F. Yikes. But, you know, getting thought into word is no, I'm gonna fucking say it's impossible, because the thought is this multifaceted, nuanced thing that isn't three-dimensional, because sometimes it's 12-dimensional, and sometimes it's one-dimensional, and it's morphing through all of these things all at the exact same time. And then language is 2-dimensional, maybe 3. That's it. Sometimes 4, because definitions change over time. Number 4. For the most part, words are an X and a Y. There's no depth. There's no Z. It's just an X-axis and a Y-axis. Sorry, an X-axis and a Y-axis, and no Z. And no Z. There's no depth. There's depth in your word choice. Explicit. Okay, fine. Length, width, and height. There's no width. There's just length. Sorry, length and height, and that's it. And when you're up against that, that sucks. That sucks bad. Tuk-tuk. Oh wait, I am using this. Oh, excuse me. right into the microphone, of course. Because I am just so couth. I installed and I installed that. That's definitely installed as. Give me a second. I want to make sure I don't go into my installation folder and start reinstalling all the same crap I'm already using. Nope. I really need a backup for that. Anyway, installers. Let's go. Hey. Copy. Switcher. Oh, and I still haven't installed that. That should all be installed. Can I install this? It shouldn't mess with the stream. Oh, it would. Oh, okay. Alright. I want to do the input overlay thing so I can have, something going hit. Hold on. You're in. So I just want to know. One of the reasons why the way I write is as that's a nasty way to put it. Pedantically visible. Yeah. It's because I'm trying to convey the exact thing that's going through my head that's supposed to be going through the character or the setting right now into your brain. Because I want you to feel exactly that. So I fully understand being heavy-handed as we tie back to a woke thing. I fully understand being heavy-handed in trying to convey things. Yes. On various spectrums. Like most people. Most people. If there was a central deviation of 0 as opposed to plus or minus, a lot of people are hovering around 0. It still means you're on the damn spectrum. I'm sorry. The spectrum suggests colors. Fine. You're gray. You're not towards the reds and greens and the oranges and you're gray. But neutrals are on the spectrum. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are available. If it's visible light, you can be perceived. And if you can be perceived, then you're on the spectrum. And you just gotta suck it up. Okay, but I write very viscerally. Oh, and he cut himself working on his computer. No. The screwdriver slipped like a man walking down the street, and he did not realize that it rained 2 days prior, and like a man slipping in algae on the street, breaking his hip, the screwdriver slid forward and slammed into his palm at a unfortunately oblique angle, and the flat head of the screwdriver sliced from pinky to thumb, and he let out a scream they could feel a mile away. See? Not he cut himself fixing on his flathead screwdriver fixing his PC. No, it's that entire block of text instead. And then there are other times when I literally say something the other way. Cut himself shaving. Oh, he didn't nearly cut his nose off and bleed for 3 days and yeah. I'm just trying to get past describing that to the next thing that's more interesting.
Oh, so you're trying to get back to more dialogue because you believe everybody needs to be on the same page, in the same book, in the same chapter, same edition, etc., 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 at all times.
Yes.
You are a walking meme.
Memes are the language of information. Oh, he's one of those weirdos. I don't mean to, I'm not trying to quote Monsoon here from Revengeance, but if everybody's on the same page, you can mention something like, oh, that poor girl, she was worried she'd get Ohio, she sat on the toilet because there might be a skibbity that goes right in the yacht, and makes her wish she'd committed Sudoku. And if you know the context of each of those references, I have conveyed an image to you. I don't know, a lot of trash I just put on. And being a 47.9-year-old man, you probably don't want to hear me say anything like skibbity, and I'm certainly not going to use Riz because I know it means you're trying to say charisma, and the only time Riz would work is, oh, you're trying to use charisma as a verb. You do want Riz now. You want to use the word Riz because Riz can be verb. Charisma'd his way into her pants. He rizzed his way into the jizz zone. That's disgusting. That's what you're meaning. He rizzed his way into her pants. We were into my pants. Not likely with them. Here, making memes and euphemisms. And the euphemism is, you had the sex. And if you had the sex, then you were in the jizz zone. And if you were in that zone, what if I said that's wrong? Except for the fact I said it in the cringe, not the based. The based way would be if I doubled down and said, no, you don't understand. It is the Rizzy zone. It's the RJ, dude. Just live with it. Then all of a sudden he's based because he believes in exactly that cringe shit he said. He doubled down on it. Ha. The best part is, so many of these modern terms have 5 definitions. They have 10 definitions. Every single one of them is set. S-E-T, set. Last I saw was like 51 sub-definitions. It needs its own dictionary just to have the word set in it. Hey, I'm gonna stop happening. If I wasn't wearing my tights, the keyboard would have slid off my legs. Sorry, if I was wearing my tights, as I normally would, the keyboard would have slid off my legs. I'm just so... And I just feel so dry. I mean, listen to that. It sounds like you never had a, fingerprints or palm print, none of that ever. And it's even smoother on this side because it's always on the trackball. I'm gonna take my this ticket and my bat and ball. Drive safe, everyone. Because even if you're in a Tesla, someone might hit it. Even though you're just Tesla, just damn best to keep both of you alive. Really? I don't need that up.
Well, you might not have
need
it.
me. Let me check the meters. Check the meters. I didn't need... Anywho, I've kind of forgot it is for connecting the device to the thing without a power mirror or any desk. I forgot. It's been a long day. Even though I feel like I've only been up 6 hours. Versus I also feel like I just got up. Versus I also feel like I've been up for 48 hours. I love being off campus and so oft. This is so much fun. Beep 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 beep.